afternoon, everybody, and welcome to OrangeTee and Thai's virtual open house. Today, we are going to bring to you one of the top-selling projects in 2019 and in 2020, which is Jadescape. So, to all our listeners today, I hope you guys are doing well. We are in the second day of phase 2, and we have seen a lot of show flats being reopened, and so. By right, we should be doing this in the comfort of our home, but my project ICs, they are right now all being engaged in multiple sites. And so, but nevertheless, they are still going to bring you today's virtual house, open house. Just that the different thing is they're going to do it live from the show flat. So without further ado, firstly, I would like to wish all fathers out there an early happy Father's Day. And I hope you are going to enjoy this weekend with your family. And without further ado, let's start off. Going live to Jadescape from Tampines at Treasure Show Flat. We have two of our project ICs who are currently there. We have Eugene Tan and Jerry Low. Both of them are very senior project agents, and they have been in the industry as early as 2010. And Eugene himself is presently the project in charge of Tampines at Treasures at Tampines. He's also the deputy in charge for Verticals and Jadescape, as well as the tagger of many new launches. He's also a company trainer for OrangeTee and Thai. For Jerry, he has been very active in the District 19 landed segment and is a winner of multiple Top Achievers Award during his career. So without further ado, live from Tampines at Treasure Show Flat, I have Jerry and Eugene. Jerry and Eugene, are you there? All right.
Hi everyone. Hi, can you see me?
Let me spotlight you guys. Yeah.
Hi everyone. Hi, my name is Eugene. Welcome to the virtual presentation for Jadescape. I have with me Jerry as well.
Hi, I'm Jerry. Nice to meet everybody.
Okay. Today we are very proud to introduce you this particular project called Jadescape. See, sometimes we have too many projects until we forget. Okay, I was just sharing with Jerry just now. While I was driving along Shunfu, I saw that the project itself has already been about 15, 16 stories. Have you been there recently?
Oh yes, very iconic. It's very easy to spot because it's along the Shunfu Road. Straight away you can see this very gigantic building along the Shunfu Road.
Yeah, from the looks of it, right now I can see that the few blocks is already coming up. Minimum also 16, 17 story already. Do you know when roughly it will TOP?
Maybe
2 years, 3 years? Okay, why not we do this? Why not we ask this question to the audience which is in front of us? Maybe I'll give out a question. When do you think that Jadescape will TOP? Do you think that Jadescape will TOP on the fourth quarter 2010, the fourth quarter of 2022, the fourth quarter of 2023, or 2024? Audience, please make a guess. When will Jadescape TOP? Any ideas?
maybe want to raise your hand or want to share with us.
Or give a shout out to us, says that when will Jadescape TOP?
Yeah,
yes, we have
Kuyong, yes. Maybe you can key in the answer and share with us. Okay, by the way, the correct answer would get any prize given.
We have opened up the chat function for you to key in your answers so we can actually see the answers. Yeah.
Okay, let me repeat it now. It will be fourth quarter 2021, 22, 23, or 24. Do you have any answers, Eddie?
I'm seeing a few coming for fourth quarter 2024.
Okay, what else?
3 coming in for about 2022. 4 coming in for 2023, and about 6 coming in for 2021.
Wow, okay, good. I think most of you actually have the idea more or less there. But however, please note that Jadescape is going to TOP in 2021. 2021 will be almost like 1.5 years from today. Now it's already on the second quarter of 2020 already. So listen carefully. Jadescape is really going to TOP in fourth quarter 2021. Isn't it fast?
Definitely. For every buyers that do not want to wait that long and is preparing to move in the next 1.5 years, I definitely recommend you all to actually come to view Jadescape, and it probably be the right product for you. After that, other than going to TOP, right, we also want to share with you one of the very good news about Jadescape. That is actually we have not only one, two, three, but we have four potential.
Hey, wait. You say 4 MRT?
Yes,
Okay.
four.
Okay. Can I ask you 4 MRT? I only know 3 MRT. Where is the 4 MRT? I know Marymount.
Yes.
Okay. Bishan.
Yes.
Okay. The other one is the new Upper Thomson MRT.
Yes. The other one is the Cattle Court because it's a station.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So we have potentially four. I think so far in the project, right, I think Jadescape is one of the best geographical located project. Why? Because if you have seen the Singapore map, it's actually in the heart of Singapore. Okay, in the heart of Singapore. And the other thing is what we want to share, right? Because we are actually just a thin fine line to the next district. Jadescape is actually located in District 20. Okay, and once thin line across, right, is actually District 11. Okay, if you all notice, you all have been to MacRitchie Reservoir, right? The overhead bridge, right, there's actually a line drawn to actually divide these two projects. Okay, why do I need to address this? Because by just crossing the road, you're actually paying the difference of 1,007 and 2,000 per square feet onwards. So if you can own a property within this vicinity at 1,007, why do you need to pay more in the next district? Okay, so right now we're actually presenting you Jadescape in District 20.
I think a lot of times when developer or those salesperson say, hey, my project is near MRT, but how near is near? Can you make a guess? Okay, how near is Jadescape to the Marymount MRT? Is it 300 meters, 400 meters, 500 meters, or 600 meters? How far away is Jadescape from Marymount MRT? Can anyone make a guess?
See, you all can key inside and make a guess.
Okay, on an average, okay, according to Google Map, roughly it will take 1 minute to walk 100 meters. Okay, this is according to Google Map. So how far you think Jadescape is away from Marymount MRT? I have received about what? I think this
Number
Mr.
one.
Yeah.
Number 2 is 400. Number 3, 500. Number 4, 600.
I saw someone actually wrote 1,000, not that far. Definitely not that far.
10,000.
Yeah. Okay, Pauline actually mentioned 400 meters. In actual fact, she is almost there. The actual distance from Jadescape to Marymount MRT is only 300 meters. 300 meters is only 3 minutes walk away, which in fact is very far. You have the convenience of the MRT nearby, and not forgetting, there's also a very nice place called the Chungfu Mart.
Yes. Chungfu, what I like there is the char kway teow. The char kway teow is definitely very, very, very nice. And the wonton mee and the chicken rice there is also very nice too. And not forgetting about Chungfu, the Marymount MRT, we also have a short walk. It's almost about 600 meters to the new and new available Upper Thomson line, which is available. Okay, over there is actually very close to the Thomson Plaza. Okay, along the stretch, there's also a lot of eateries. I think you have the prata, you have the entertainment area, you have all the things over there.
Yeah, when you talk about eateries, yeah, right now it's already phase 2 open. Now we can dine in there already.
Oh, definitely.
That means to say the residents can walk over, either you pack it or you dine in. Oh, that's so convenient.
Definitely. I think this is the project that a lot of people should not underestimate. And then for those who have not been there, I think we highly recommend this place to you. Yes.
Okay. And on top of that, I think Jerry have a special guest for him today. Okay. I think one of the friends called Mr. Paul Tange. Okay. Can I just do a quick introduction of this Mr. Paul Tange? He is actual fact the chief architect of the entire Jadescape itself. Paul Tange is actually a Japanese architect. Okay. His father is also an architect. They actually graduated from Harvard University. 真的有读书的，有料的嘞，有读书的嘞。哦 So they actually designed quite a number of iconic buildings in Singapore as well. Okay, can you make a guess? What are the iconic buildings that they have in Singapore? I will just name a few. Do you think that it is correct? First of all, it's the $37.3 million bungalow called the Layered House. It is actually located in Binjai Park, GCB location, costing $37.3 million. The other one is the bridge at Orchard Road called the Orchard Gateway. Okay, The third one would be the One Raffles Place Tower 2. Okay, so the last one would be all of the above. Do you think that Paul Tanguay actually designed all these things? Maybe give us an answer. Do you think it's true or false?
So out of the three projects that just now Eugene has mentioned, right? Actually, do you know if these three or only one or only two that is actually done by Paul Tanguay? You can actually let us know about the results.
Okay.
Is again, the first one is the 3.73 million layered landed house. Number two is actually the Orchard Gateway. And number three is actually the One Raffles Place Tower 2. Or number four, all of the above.
I think that's Miss Fu. I think Miss Fu actually answered all four. Yes, in actual fact, she's correct. All of these four iconic buildings is all designed by Paul Tanguay. One interesting fact, okay, One Raffles Place Tower 2 is designed by Paul Tanguay. Do you know that actually Tower 1 is designed by his father, Kenzo Tanguay? In actual fact, both Paul Tanguay and Kenzo Tanguay, the father and son team, have a lot of footprint in Singapore, such as the indoor stadium, okay, the Singapore National Library, the cafe and orchard. All these very iconic buildings are actually designed by them. But however, you ask me, so what, they design so many things? Okay, as an owner, as a proud owner, you will be very glad to say that my house is actually designed by a world-renowned architect. This one is not Kura architect, anything, design anything one. These are actually iconic buildings in Singapore itself. Can you name me another one that is as high as a profile as him? I don't think so. Because Jadescape itself is one of the most iconic building in Shunfu. Do you agree with me?
Yes, on top of that, well-located projects and including this very well-renowned own architect to design this place. And then not forgetting, we also have our Joey Yap, the feng shui master, who actually do it. I tell you, this project is one of its own. In the whole Singapore, I don't see any new launch that has been attached with so many good things that for this project. And the most important is, for so many things and so many good things that you are going to get, and you are paying less than 2,000 per square feet. Is it good or not?
Ladies and gentlemen, do you agree with me? This is definitely a wonderful price. Later, I think, okay, you have a message from Paul. You want to take a message?
Okay.
What does Paul say?
Okay, sorry guys. I think Paul is unable to join us, but he do let us know that this project is very good, and so he asked you all to actually support them until we have fully sold this project. Okay, so Paul and Kenzo sent it to us that let's do it. Okay, make Jadescape a best project sell out in 2020. Yes.
I think with that introduction, we will pass on the time back to Eddie.
Yeah, Eddie, back
to you.
All right, thanks. Oh man, bro Paul can't join us for today. That's unfortunate. All right, next on we have the next segment of our session. We have Mr. Jason Hugh, Senior Associate Division Director of OrangeTee and Thai. He is our project IC for Jadescape as well. He started his real estate profession since January 2010. And is actively involved in team leadership and coaching. He is also a strong believer for you shall decide your own destiny. That's his strong belief that you can decide your own destiny, and he's a winner of multiple Top Achievers Award during his career. So he is currently the project in charge of Jadescape as well as Piedmont Grand Executive Condominium in Punggol. So he is well versed in a lot of all aspects of the residential market. So coming live to you guys from Jadescape Showflat itself, we have Jason Hugh. Jason, are you there?
Yes, I'm here live at a Jadescape Showflat right now. Maybe I just turn on my camera so that everybody can see me.
Yes.
Yep. Hello.
Awesome. Can see you.
Nice meeting everyone, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you have a very good insight sharing by our co-hosts, Jerry and Eugene. You know, we try to make you understand that beside this Jadescape, we are very close by to the MRT, you know, as well as you're buying a premium or branded housing, which is specifically done by Paul Tanguay, very renowned architects. So later at the sharing itself, I will also be touching a bit on the Paul Tanguay and also giving you the insight of why buyers are, virtually committing to transactions within this lockdown period, where you will probably see the value, the absolute value that the buyers has actually committed over here. All right, without further ado, let me just continue with my slides. Hi, welcome to the Jadescape, the garden homes at the Shun Fu. So at any point of time, if you have any questions at the later part, you can always ask us, and our panelists and our hosts will probably address that. All right. Okay. As many of the project name, Jadescape has a very unique theme to that. As we all know, jade in this property symbolizes the luxury and the prestige feel that we have. And we are also well known for its green varieties. All right, having the scape itself actually describes the extensive of the greeneries and the nature in the developments. So combined with the Jadescape itself, it offers the buyers the richness in concept, the value as well as the nature. All right. So as Eugene and Jerry has mentioned, one of the very exciting part is the project is going to TOP in 2021, which is the fourth quarter. As far as concern itself, you notice that we are also close proximity to Marymount MRT station, which is literally 3 minutes walk. All right, having this large acres of a landscape, we have almost about 400,000 square feet of the land size, and it's proudly developed by Ong and Ong Architects and Paul Tanguay Architects. All right. So to excite you even further, there are more than 67% sold. While I'm actually talking live on the Jadescape show flats, some of the units are coming in. So it definitely will hit more than 68% by the weekend, right? So let's take a look what are the units being sold during this circuit breaker time. Right, we took some reference point. In fact, by 18 June itself, there are 66 units transacted. So you look at the breakdown. 1 bedroom, there are 14s. 1 plus study, there are 3s. 2 bedrooms, there are 27. 3 bedroom are 11. 4 bedrooms at 8, and 5 bedrooms, we have 3s. So let me just highlight to every one of you. So within this 2 months itself, the absolute estimated value that was transacted and highly invested was 106 million. Can you imagine this total amount that the buyer's confidence level, they actually put in 106 millions within the next 2 months and virtually, remotely concluded the deal. All right, without the show flats open. Okay, so let me just share with you some of the external factors that may cause to drive the buyers coming to commit. So one of the news that was highlighted was actually the construction costs by our Lawrence Wong, and it was made on a headline on the 16th May. They were saying that to curb the coronavirus transmission, likelihood the construction costs will rise. All right, and we also, with that kind of news, it actually impact the market. So if you look closely on the markets after the May, new home sales, we have close to 75% that was comparing to our April. All right, and let's take a closer look on what are the buyers' requirement and their commitments. So between 1 million to 1.5, there are 45.2% was transacted, was bought by new homes buyer. Between 1 million to 2 million property prices, there are 20.7%. These are the biggest percentage that make up of the new homes. So as a clever investor or prudent buyer itself, Jadescape actually draw several unit type based on this price. All right, let's take a look closer. All right, as we all know, this product, Jadescape, is proudly developed by renowned architects also, which is Eugene and Jerry has highlighted. And these are all the prestigious projects that he has undertaken before. So being as a prudent buyer, it's almost like you're buying a Bentley class on this project itself. So these are all the key takeaway. In future, if your buyers will be looking at this kind of market sentiments as well, and altogether they are also looking for prestigious kind of architects. Okay, where does this design inspiration came about? So as we know, we are very close to the nature where 12 hectares of the MacRitchie reservoirs, and we are also in between the sandwich between the Bishan Park. So this is where the design inspiration came about. So drawing from the rivers, the reservoirs, and they came out this Jadescape with only 7 towers. All right. At the same time, they are also creating the gardens, a big lawn area. They are planted inside this development itself. So you are looking at extensively 800 square meter of indoor facility that we are aware of in this Jadescape. So they are creating a lot of the different pavilions nested in this development. So giving you the Oriental, Zen, tropical, or even Japanese kind of pavilions housed in this development. All right, let's take a look closely on our pictures. We have the pavilions and lawn that also serve the barbecue area. And this is where our lap pool, this is our skyline pool, and this is our main gym, all right, and a clubhouse over there. Okay. At the same time, let's look into the whole project. They are actually comes up with different themes cater to all the different needs of a buyer. And we have that on the passive, tranquil. We have the active area that is mainly for the kids. And this is how it actually looks like. Central, we have the lounge area, and we have the spas and jacuzzi, tropical pavilions that you can see. And we also have this KTV room right in our doorway. And that's our kids club and our games room for our active residents to enjoy. Okay, when we look closely on the site plan itself, we notice this is one of the key drawn factors that the buyers are looking at. We are having a lot of space, a lot of pocket space, and the distance between the perimeters of the next blocks. We are enjoying a space of 78 meters all the way to 45 to 35 meters apart. That will probably give you a lot of privacy, and there's a lot of walkway area, and there's also drawing a lot of circulations of a good air within the development itself. Okay, with that, I will bring you up from a virtual view. So having our south view, that is where we will probably look out at the southern waterfront area. And you can see that Marymount MRT station is just within sight, 3 minutes walk. All right, and we probably can get a glimpse of the MacRitchie Reservoir as well. All right, and let's pan down to our east side. And that's where we will probably see our 1 kilometer Cat High School, our Bishan Recreation Center, and the Raffles Institution is just there as well. Do take note, surrounding us is purely on condos and the landeds. Except for the south view that we just now has seen is actually more to the cluster of the HDB. Okay, let's look at on north view itself. Wow, this is the whole intense of the landed class. And you notice that there isn't a very tall building right in front of us. So the buyers out there or residents are able to truly enjoy a clear unblocked view if you are obtaining a north facing. Coming to the west facing itself is something that we are able to see the Upper Thomson MRT and the Thomson Plaza Shopping Center. That is our close proximity that you can actually visit. And in front of that west view itself is also the unblocked collections of the landed as well. All right, let's move in to the progress of the constructions. I believe Eugene just now has mentioned they have actually drove down Shunfu area to take a look. So having said so, we will actually put that into the perspective to let you take a look. So we are estimating the progress will be likely put on the fourth quarter of 2021. That's where buyers are able to consider, and the buyers are coming in fast. And any other project itself, but Xingjian, all right, they are the pioneer to come up with the smart home series or smart home feature. Okay, one thing I wanted to share with you on the Jadescape itself, they are the only developers to come up with this smart integrated dishwasher. At the same time, they are also providing the residents or the buyers a water purifier system within your household. How nice it is. At the same time, there's also a smarter efficiency that they are actually drawing heats from your master room air cons that could help to pump up your water heater. That will literally help to cut down your electricity usage consumption by 30 to 35%. How nice it is. All right. There are other smart features that allow all the residents, and they are collaborating with the Highlight apps. Everything will be through the smartphone. Okay, let's dive straight into the project further. Why are buyers looking at Jadescape? Number one, choices. All right, it's always about the location, location, location. All right, let's visit the location where we are talking about, because in Jadescape, we are truly the central locations. All right, they are actually the rest of core regions and classified as District 20. Okay, and with another browser, you are able to see that we are right smack in the center. As mentioned earlier on, we are able to drive down to our central region, which is our District 9, 10, 11. At the same time, we are able to travel down to our east side and the west side. These are all the transformation that we are seeing in terms of the Paya Lebar or the airport itself. And we are also able to see the Jurong transformations, all right? And this is where they are central and south waterfront, all right? So other than that, you know, in terms of true central locations, we also notice in the District 20 itself, a lot of large land parcel are actually undergoing en bloc. And obviously, it has not actually gone through yet, but there are a lot of attempt to do so, which means in the next 2 years or 4 years, there will be a lot of bidders coming through, such as one of the field project like Thompson View that was attempt to do so in 2018. And last year itself, we have Bishan Park also went up for collective sales. And take a look at their estimated reserve land price that we are looking at 1,122. So imagine that is out in the market for sale. Which price will they be marketing? All right, something for you all to take notice. And of course, the latest that we heard was this former HUDC Bradder View. This large 2-plot land size. Do you know how many units are they able to accommodate to? In total, they are able to build a mega 2,600 units on an estimated. And again, look at the reserve land price of 1,160 PSM. So having said so, because currently we are going through the COVID situation, there isn't much of a developers are out there to bid. But when the near future, everything tends to improve and pick up, the developers will come in again strongly, because not easy to find large land size, especially for government land sales. Otherwise, you have to go through en bloc collections. All right, let's take a look. And under the true central location itself, we are able to see where our location Jadescape is. And clearly, it identified 3 minutes walk to our Marymount station. So we are also walking distance to our next Thomson line, Upper Thomson MRT. So if you are driving, you can actually hit out the PIE road or even the CTE road faster. All right, and we have a huge land site of landed class just in front of us. Okay, as also mentioned that we are well connected to the MRT. So do you know that it's almost sheltered all the way to the MRT station? Yes, we can actually cut through the HDB blocks surrounding and you are ended up in the MRT less than 5 minutes. All right, and we also clearly mentioned that we have 4 MRT lines. Okay, when we are talking about the MRT lines, it's something that we were able to commute and change to the MRT lines, such as the Circle Line is one of them. By going one stop down, we are able to hit down to Caldecott. That's where your downtown line is for us. And then we are going to the Bishan one stop further. We are able to commute to the North-South line. That is where you will probably take 6 stops to your Orchard station. And the other line that we are talking about, by 3 stops, we are able to get to Serangoon, that you can commute to your Northeast line. So this is how powerful the MRT lines that being Jadescape right smack close to the Marymount MRT station, you are able to commute seamlessly with all the MRT lines. All right, beside the MRT lines, we also recognize that we are just 1 click away from the Cat High schools. Do you know this is the most searched school, or maybe the most admission school in Singapore by the local residents? All right, and we are also close proximity to Aitong schools. Beside these 2 schools that we all know, there are other schools that are flying around our neighborhoods. That is where our Raffles, we have a Eunoia JC, we have the Marymount Coven School, we have the KPSS Kuchuan, which is very near to Yio Chu Kang side. These are all very nearby to us. And this whole Shun Fu area is like a lifestyle, you know. It's like walking through our Thompson village. You're able to get to the bistro of the shop houses. You are able to walk down to our Thompson Plaza. And this is also approximately 10 minutes walk. You have opposite across the Shun Fu Mart, where you have a wet market and a food center just readily for us on a daily basis. And taking us 1 MRT stop, you are ended up in your Bishan Junction 8. And 2 MRT stop, you will probably end up in Ang Mo Kio Hub. How convenient it is. All right, and beside that, we are also expecting a North-South corridor, you know, where the government has already introduced that the North-South Expressway is cutting through the semi-tunnel is just right next to us, where Jadescape. Beside the North-South Expressway itself, one thing in mind, the government is they are also doing up the corridor. They will be doing up park connectors just outside our doorway in our Jadescape itself. That will also beautify the whole environment. All right. And by doing the North-South Expressway, you're actually commuting to the city much faster. Maybe it works out less than 20 minutes. All right. Just now we mentioned that through locations, we also must know, identify what will be the growth if you are committing a purchase over here. And a lot of savvy buyers out there, you know, those 60 odd units are sold. They also understand buying a project, you must witness the growth potential. So now we are actually going through the growth potential of the master plan. So take a look on the master plan of 2014, where we clearly put a star where Jadescape is. And we look out on the change of the master plan of the 2019. We notice 3 different segments. Under number 1, we have a new plot of 3.5 residential zone, the second plot of 3.5 residential zone, and there's also a road opening. So what does this actually equate to for future buyer or the buyers who are thinking of committing a Jadescape right now? So having said so, 3.5 plot ratio, that could easily house more than 30-story high units, all right? And why is it good for the residents down here? Imagine this is going out for private tender. The prices with the construction costs, likelihood it will increase further. As you already seen that the en bloc itself, the prices of the reserve land price is going up. That will naturally help to stabilize us, and we also see a growth potential of our current place. What if it is out for the BTOs? There is also a good potential for us, because likelihood when they actually go through the MOP, when they are looking out at the newer surrounding projects, so Jadescape will be the one selections they are looking at. All right. Beside the master plan growth of surrounding our Jadescape cell, we also look into our Bishan Central. Bishan Central, as mentioned just now, is only one stop. So we also noticed the great difference from Master Plan 2014 and 2019. There's a residential zoning has actually changed to a commercial instead. And they also increased the plot of the commercial zoning subjected to detailed plannings. And that is where they increased the plot ratio from a 3.5 to 4.2. As you probably heard the news that there will be BTOs coming in this Bishan area. At the same time, we are also looking forward with the commercial zoning itself. Would there be a Bishan Junction 82 in the near future that will help to improve the whole surrounding? Because in this area itself, we are also known as a sub-regional center, meaning there will be more job employments here, office building here, that everyone should be more excited about. So this is where you will see in the news, Bishan could get the 1,005 new BTOs, which is coming soon. It's already in the pipeline. And we also know that just now we touched on the sub-regional. All right, these are all the key transformations that all the buyers must take notes. It's also a key notes why you're putting a right investment. All right, number two, we have very rare flexible layout, and Qingjian itself are providing a very luxurious finishes in terms of their specs and in terms of the provisions that they are giving. All right, without further ado, let me just went through the slides with all of you on the bedroom type. They offer you 1 bedroom all the way to 5 bedrooms. All right, for 1 bedroom, easily about 49 square meters. And this is one of the largest 1 bedroom unit type for new launch currently. If you notice that all the bedrooms that I'm going to show you a quick reference itself, you are able to fit in queen or king size bed. Look at the sizes of the 12 square meters on a bedroom, all right? And you notice that the show suite itself, they have done up an artist impression. There's a pull down bed. Easily from a 1 bedroom point of view, you are able to convert that into another 2 bedroom concept as well, all right? Let's take a look. They also have this, we are also able to give our clients the ID proposal. How does it look like? Ultimately, if they get through, commit a purchase itself, we are just giving them some more ideas in terms of the ID. All right, let's take a look on the 1+ study itself. So 1+ study, you notice there's an extra study area that you can make use of, which some of the buyers are very keen to. That will probably give them more storage if there are more things to house, of course, and they can create a decent study area, all right, for the family. Let's take a look at the 2 bedroom. All right, 2 bedroom has been the most top selling projects. In Jadescape itself, having say so during the lockdown itself, we have seen the most number of units being transacted over here. Why is that so? Right, they offer you 71 square meters, a very luxury 764 square feet. All right, if you go through some of the projects out there, maybe this area size, you'll probably try to fit in maybe a 3 bedroom or the 2+ study. But in this case itself, they offers you the space, very generous in terms of space. All right, if you notice that even the bedroom 2, they offers you 9 square meters. Apart from other projects, they only have about 8 square meters or 8.4 literally. This is something that buyers are wowed by it. Okay, and as I mentioned, the unique sell point, you're able to, create space. Look at the entrance, wall to the kitchenette itself. We are expecting about 1.5 meters apart. That's relatively a very good space when you go through the unit itself. And on the second point itself, we noticed that the common room is big enough to house a queen size bed. All right. And on the living hall space, we are also giving quite a wide frontage. It's easily more than 3 meters, where some of the projects only offers you 2.8. All right. This is where the co-space living comes about. And number 4 point, you are able to create sliding panels, if you like to close up your kitchens, to segment them between your living hall space and your kitchen, right? And the last thing I like to highlight to everyone is that all the material, structure material, they are not using a PVC type. So that means your intermediate walls, there's a possibility that you can remove that so that you want to house it to a bigger space that you love to, right? And the 3-bedroom deluxe, as we grow bigger on the layout itself, 新建 will probably spark joy to all the buyers out there. They will entice you with a bigger bedroom size. From the 9 square meters, you are actually upgraded to a 10 square meters. That will easily allow you to put in a king size bed even. So this is something that the buyers are being wowed to that, right? And we also have some rental IDs to help our buyers to understand better. And the compact size of the 4-bedroom 1259 also receive quite good numbers of transactions, right? And I noticed that for 4-bedroom, even for 3-bedroom onwards, they are offering you with the marble tiles. The marble tiles comes in throughout the whole living hall, to your passageway, and to your bathroom area as well. Only your bedrooms comes in a different material specs, which is your timber engineered wood. All right, and it gives you a very good kitchen space and the yard space with a laundry area. So that is why one of the factors that the buyers are being wowed with it. Besides the small compact 4-bedroom, they know that a lot of families, the profile of buyers out there, they might be coming from the landed point of view. All right, its space is something that they always are looking out for. So for the 4-bedroom deluxe itself, this is the wow factors where a lot of the landed home buyers, they came and visit, they see the show streets, they fall in love with them. Because again, like I mentioned, it's a flexible in terms of the layout, and they also give you a big, generous living hall space. All right, and let's take a look on that. Okay, in terms of the flexibility design options, disclaimer, this is not something that the Qingjian will actually help us do it, all right? But it's just that in terms of the design options, you know, somehow or others, like I mentioned earlier on, those are landed buyers, they prefer large living hall space, you know. So, and we are not restricted by the PVC type of material. So that is why we are able to take down intermediate walls. You know, we can actually front it with a big frontage. Your whole living hall become luxury. You know, you can even move down your dining to fit into the balcony area. That's where you have an alfresco kind of setting, all right? And you look at the bedrooms are all literally 10 square meters, and the master room gets even bigger each time when you upgrade to the size. All right, they even offer you a 4-bedroom with a private lifts. That truly, this is one class up there, because there's only 2 premium towers that offers the private lift concept. All right, if the buyers, ladies and gentlemen, if you are a more quieter person, this is something that you probably prefer to have it, to own it. All right, and truly private lift only. Right, there will be lesser units, or should I say the residents are staying in these 2 blocks itself. That is why it's being classified as premium, and they also front quite a good distance and unblock collections as well. And the most juicy part of all, the 5-bedroom suites collections is 2099 square feet. All right, and you have 5 gigantic bedroom size that a lot of buyers will be very keen to. All right, you have a junior master, all right, and you have a big luxury toilet fittings from the master room. All premium fittings by EXO, the higher grades of our hands grow hay. And you can see that the balcony space, once you open up the big frontage itself, this is where your luxury living is all about. And some of the ideas that we try to encourage our buyers as well. Number third important point, being a savvy investor or prudent buyers out there, you must acknowledge that Jadescape is one of the lowest West of Core region projects in Singapore. That is why we have hit 69 units number sold during the circuit breaker itself. Let's take a look. Why is it called one of the lowest? All right, we always take the closest surrounding transactions or the projects that is out in the market, and we will try to pack closer to the RCR projects. So we have our Park Esta, we have a Jadescape, Park Colonial, Mark Review, Sterling Residence. Do know that all these projects are transacting very well because of their proximity to MRT, because of their transformations. That is well overwhelming by the buyers itself. But I want all of you to understand that beside all the overwhelming points itself, we also voice out to the PSF. Take a look on the Jadescape itself in terms of minimum price. There's only 1,371 that was transacted. And the highest PSF that was transacted was only 1,862. All right. These are the data being drawn from URA. All right. So some of you can actually look through the data, or you can always approach any of our OrangeTee agents for more information. Right. This will be the key factors why buyers are taking actions even during the circuit breaker. All right. Let's go back to our historical records in District 20 itself. Maybe I'll just highlight to you 3 key projects like Central Residence, which is at Ang Mo Kio. All right, back in 2013, a 3-bedroom of the 1001 square feet itself was transacted, lodged at 1,920. How about a Sky Habitat? Sky Habitat was transacted with maybe a 4-bedroom penthouses, a 2,007 square footage at a premium of 1,009 PSF. How about Skyview, which is also the opposite side, and we see that the historical high, it was transacted at 2,031 PSF. Can you imagine all this being highlighted and say so? They are all happening within our district itself. So now buyers paying at a premium of 1,008, they are uncompared with even 7 years ago, 5 years ago. So what is our margin? You know that we have the growth capital from here. All right, let's take a closer view, drawing comparison of Sky Habitat as a resale itself. Take note, now we try to benchmark the current resale price, about average 1,463. Do take note that doesn't mean a lower PSF, it equates to a cheaper options. All right, so let's take a 3-bedroom, 1,004 square feet from a Sky Habitat. That's based on the current average price itself. The sales price that we are looking at for 3-bedroom will equate to a 2.06 million. Am I right to say so? And how about the 3-bedroom deluxe of the Jadescape that is offering? The size of the 1,055 square feet, we take on the average price, maybe like 1,008 PSF that is asking. And the sales price that we are looking at is less than the 2 million, 1.95 millions. So this is the point that I'm trying to say, that having a lower PSF doesn't mean that you can't cheap. All right, let's take a look at a bigger layout type. Okay, another bigger layout type of Sky Habitat, 2,550 square feet. Transacted average price, let's take a look. Sales price, we are looking at about 3.73 million. What about our 5-bedroom suites? All right, having a 5-bedroom suites itself on our lowest entry, 2,099 square feet, 1,520. The sales price worked out to be 3.19. That's a close difference of more than 500K, more than $500,000 difference. Can you imagine that? And there's a lot of wastages in terms of the open terrace space. Whereas for Jadescape itself, it's all practical and livable space. That is why buyers are spot and choose the right product to buy. All right. So these are some of the selling price that we have for you today, from our 1 bedroom all the way to 5 bedroom. You can always check back with our OrangeTee agents. And we also have some Best Buy that is out in the market right now. And there are some promo for a 1 bedroom. If you'd like to find out more how you can actually do your investment right, you can always approach any of the OrangeTee agents out there. Okay, in summary, I want to bring back all to you is that this whole project in Jadescape itself, we are actually the true central location that offers you with great connectivities and very exciting growth potentials. And second, it offers you the rare flexible layout together with the luxury furnish that provided. Third point that is also quite important and is crucial for any form of an investment. You are looking at the lowest price, one of the lowest price of a central region, Singapore. All right. So with that, I also like to bring forward to every one of you as a clear mind investor or buyers out there, there's always a so-called checklist that we want to, in our heart, whenever we go and visit any property itself, we will break them into 4 major consideration factors. It's always about the schools, it's always about the MRT, it's always about price and layout. So these are the 4 top major consideration factors. You have already put a tick. So how about the additional factors? The additional factors will be your nature. So where are we? Are we close by? In fact, we are very close by to the Pierce Reservoir. We are also close by to our MacRitchie Reservoir. This MacRitchie Reservoir is actually literally walking distance, 12 minutes to 15 minutes to the areas where we call nature. And on the opposite itself, we have our wet market, Shun Fu Mat. So it's actually a stone throw, maybe less than 1 minute you are able to get there. You are able to cater for your wet market's needs and your food center. Lastly, the developer is also quite critical right now, I would say so, because Qingjian themselves has been from a builder point, from a HDB, they did up the DBSS, they did up the executive condo, and all the way to currently where we are doing the private resi collections. So they are fully aware where sizes and layout is pretty critical to any of the buyers out there. So that is also equates to, in future, if you're thinking of selling to your next future buyers, this is something that they are looking forward as well. All right, hope that you enjoy the insight. So I will pass back the segment to Eddie. Thank you.
All right. Can you hear me? I'm okay, right? All right. Thanks, Jason, for that the sharing of Jadescape. I think since you are at the show flat right now, maybe you could take us on a virtual tour of the 2-bedroom, I believe, because you mentioned that the 2-bedroom was very attractive. So exactly. while Jason is getting ready, I would ask a few questions to Eugene and Jerry. Eugene, Jerry, are you still here?
Yeah, we are still here.
Right. Okay. So out of the selling points that Jason has just mentioned, which is the one that you actually like the most, that you feel that resonates with you the most?
I think for me personally, it's the entire design of the entire Jadescape itself. First of all, it's designed by the world-renowned architect, Paul Tange, and on top of that, it's actually endorsed by the one of the very famous feng shui master, Joey Yap as well. I think this is the only project where you have this kind of collaboration within the entire estate itself.
Right.
Not forgetting, Jadescape actually sits in the middle of the entire Singapore. As Chinese, what they say, the true long way is a dragon position. Yeah. How about you, Jerry?
Yeah. Hello. Yeah. For me, I think price, and then location, and then we have very good spread of the room size. Yeah, and most important is the seamless MRT line that is next to us.
Hmm.
I think in the project we have to consider location, because location we cannot change much, but internally we can actually do renovation and all the changes. And then landscaping, not forgetting, right, in the whole entire Singapore, right, Jadescape is actually the only project that have 800 square meters of space that actually the architect or the developer has actually carved it out. So normal projects, right, in Singapore, right, they're actually given the allowance of 200 to 300. Okay, but Jadescape is the one of the largest that have about 800 square meters of sheltered space.
Wow.
So
Okay.
I think with all these plans, right, and not forgetting, right, and all the good schools that surrounding Jadescape.
Yeah.
So we actually have more than what we should have for a condo project. People have one MRT station, we have more than one. If you talk about elite school, we also have more than one elite school. Okay, so but the price, we are much lesser than a lot of people. So I think end of the day, this is a really fantastic project. Those who are planning to get a new house, I think Jadescape is one of the top priority yours to choose.
Quick one. The top school that you mentioned, the two again, can you say again? These two?
Okay, within the 1 kilometer, we have Catholic High.
Yes.
Okay, within 2 click, right, we actually have the Raffles Village. What you call Raffles Village? We have the RI, we have the RGS, and we have all the Raffles Girls' School, Raffles Institution. All the good schools are all within the facilities.
Oh, no, actually,
Yes.
the reason why I asked you is because I'm from Cat High, I'm from Aitong, and I think I want to say they are very good schools. So I'm doing, just share that a bit. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just kidding. Okay, so yeah, what Jerry and Eugene has mentioned, that the attributes of this location is definitely one of its kind. Even the design and concept itself, rarely do you even have a feng shui consultant coming in to give you a direction on how is the best to maximize the feng shui of the area. So that is something that very different for Jadescape. I believe Jason has just told us that in the 2 bedrooms a bit crowded right now. I mean, that's because, it's day 2 of phase 2. A lot of our buyers are now coming back to the show flat to see. So yeah, unfortunately, he is going to bring us in a bit later. So meanwhile, maybe we will continue to ask a few questions. Jason, are you here to answer a few questions first? Jason? No? Then maybe Eugene and Jerry?
Yeah. 这么快？你要问我东西？stress 啊，我很 stress 啊。
Jason?
你没有看我一直在跟自己讲。
Yo.
Yeah, I can tell Jason is really very stressed. Really, no problem. We can always divert the question back to me and Jerry.
Yeah. Both of us are also stressed, but we work within the stress, so to make you all not so stressed.
Yeah, no, because the questions are coming in. Guys, actually, you can ask questions onto the Q&A chat. Right now, some of you are asking questions into the Zoom chat, which only the panelists here can see.
Okay, I think Jason just answered us. It's okay to go already. Good to go.
Okay.
Good to go.
The virtual tour. If Jason, you're ready, you can just share your screen.
Okay. Hi everyone. I'm back again live now on the Jadescape. Okay, this is actually the 2 bedrooms layout. So I'm going to bring you inside this 2 bedroom layout and to find out why is it selling so high volume during the lockdown period. Okay, let's go with me. Let's go. Okay, as we approach the main door itself, okay, this 2 bedroom layout is normally for north facing or south facing. Literally, there's no afternoon or morning sun. Okay. Okay, as we enter the room itself, the whole area, as I mentioned, is actually a 1.5 meter width apart. All right, you are being received by full kitchenette space together with this integrated dishwasher that was mentioned earlier on. And then we have the washer cum dryer that is all by the Italian brand Smack brand. And the top portion itself, all the kitchen top is provided. And at the same time, we are moving towards the cooker hook. This is actually inducted by Smack brand as well, and the ovens are provided as well. Take a look at the flooring. Can all of you take a look at the flooring itself? Okay, this flooring itself is actually porcelain tiles. This is one top class that really looks like a marble, and that is where a lot of buyers are very into. All right, and as we move closely, this is where we have our fridge. Let me just open up the fridge for all of you to take a look. It's also a built-in fridge. All right, very nicely done up. Close up for you, and the lower half. All right, let's pan to our living hall space. Can you see the living hall space? Well, this is what I mentioned. This is about more than a 3 meters wide part. All right, and as we move back to see our kitchen space again. Look at that. Look at the open space. All right, and it's also possible, like I mentioned, that you want to segment them in terms of your kitchen space and your living hall space. You can actually do a sliding glass over there. All right, and let's move closer to the balcony space. Okay, balcony space, we are actually restricted to only about 6 square meters, or some are just 7 square meters. All right, and look at the ceiling height. This whole ceiling height is about 2.9, but some of the projects out there is only 2.7 to 2.8 meters high. Well, let's go into our second bedroom, and this is something that involves a lot of buyers. Well, because this room size is literally 9 square meters. Okay, look at the carpentry works that it done up. This is also to indicate that you can house a queen size bed here. This is actually just an ID impression on the platform bed. All right, and clearly there's no bay window. Unlike old days, you have a bay window segment, and there's a lot of wastage of space. And look at the full height of a cabinet space, all the way to your 2.9 ceiling height. All right, let's move on to the common bathroom space. All right, look at that. There's also a carpentry work, and they also provide very quality trimming. They give you the so-called aluminum coating, and we call that anodized effect. All right, and behind the mirror itself, there's still more cabinet space they can use. Okay, then to the standing shower. So the slab was already created for you. They can house your shampoo, conditioner easily. At the same time, look at the water closet. The water closet is actually wall hung, which means literally if you are doing your washing of the bathroom maintenance itself, it's so much easier. There isn't any dead corners that you can't reach. All right, let's move into our master room. Okay, take a look at the master bath. Ooh, a lot of buyers really like the concept. It's actually a wall-to-wall kind of a mirror finish. All right, again, it allows you to house a lot of stuff at the back of the mirror. And the water closet is the same. Standing shower concept. This is actually a lifestyle, right? You can put some plants on top of it whenever you are home. Now we are moving into a luxury living home space. This is your king size bed. Okay, look at that, the space that I'm going to walk through, and every corners that I'm going to move. Very comfortable. There's no restrictions on me moving around. And take a look at the full height cabinet space once again. Oh, I've forgotten to pan down to let you see what is the flooring they are providing. This is actually the timber engineered wood. All right, this is more like an upmarket provisions. Usually we'll find them in the prime district and together with those orchard area. All right, this is the porcelain tiles once again to let you have a feel of it. Cool. This is 764 square feet of the 2-bedroom. Hope that everyone has a better idea. And if you are motivated, please get in touch with all our OrangeTee agents to make an appointment to come and view this. Back to you, Eddie.
All right. Thanks, Jason. Wow. This is the first time I'm actually doing walking through a virtual walkthrough and it's being brought around live by the agent via Facebook, this kind of virtual tour. Usually we're doing it behind the desk with the virtual tours, but this one right now is much more interactive. Definitely something very different. Right. While we wait for Jason to join us back from his desk, maybe we will look through some of the questions that we may have popping up. Yeah, I think some of our questions really are being answered by our ICs, but actually there's some that are coming in through the chat as well. Jason, are you ready?
Yes, I'm back to my seats. Hot seats.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Before I continue, I think there's one question I'll ask you about the provisions of all those that you just mentioned. You mentioned a dishwasher. Is it true? A dishwasher?
Oh yes. In fact, all the bedroom types they offer you a dishwasher, coming from 1 bedroom all the way to
even the
5
1 bedroom.
Yes. So what does this dishwasher actually helps? It can actually help to create a so-called a cycle that you can wash your dishes, and you can actually just read up your magazine, you watch your TV program show, and then ultimately you can actually just pick up after the cycle is done. At the same time, you can also wash your vegetables and fruits using the dishwasher as well. But please do not use it both at the same time, washing your dishes and your vegetable. Just a cold joke lah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, true. You don't eat but don't want to drink any of the soap in your soup.
Yes. At the same time, they also provide you with the water purifier. All right, that is part of the so-called like a lifestyle. Many of times that we see that the buyers are going forward to alkaline water, stuff like that. So as I mentioned to you that developers are very compassionate, and they are also within the the heartlands. They know what exactly is going on around the market. This is what they are providing as well, the water purifier.
Definitely something different. I mean,
Yes.
the cooker, the hood, the fridge they provide is very normal, but even a dishwasher that shows a lot of details.
Correct. And I also like to stress about is this consistency of the provisions of the specs, because they are all using the SMAC brand from Italy for all their kitchen appliances, which is really good.
Yeah. I see them all. The people that use SMAC is usually those in D910.
Correct. And I also aware that some of the classy SMAC fridge itself, they are selling almost like 4,000 or 5,000.
Oh, and now it's provided free lah.
Of course, now it's not those are designers SMAC brand, but it's totally free, part of the provisions. Yeah.
Okay. How much for that 2 bedroom that you just showed us just now? That one?
Oh, the prices are from 1.275 onwards. Yeah.
For the 2 bedroom.
Correct. So,
guys,
yes.
Yeah, I think Eddie,
Eddie,
I think one more thing to note is that something very interesting about the dishwasher, especially for those homeowners who are actually like to eat a lot of seafood. The dishwasher, in actual fact, also have the function to sanitize the seafood. Such as, for example, if you do like crab or those shellfish, you can actually put these crabs and all these shellfish into the dishwasher. With a press of a button, it can actually sanitize the seafood for you. I think this is one of a really, really amazing function and all these appliances given by Qingjian.
Wow.
Maybe you come in and explain to them.
Wow. Okay. New. This is something new. This is something new. All right.
Okay. You don't have the app to show.
Can I have? All right, Eugene. Can I have Jason? We have one more question that are coming in. So some are interested. Who will be buying Jadescape as a investment or even for their own stay? Who will be buying this type of for Jadescape himself?
Okay, actually we see the profile of the buyers out here, right? Like maybe 1 to 2 or maybe the 3 bedroom compact sizes are more to those upgraders or some investor. But for the bigger units like 4 and 5 bedrooms, there are actually some of the profiles is those are private people or they are moving down from landed housing. So that is, but mark my words, this whole location of District 20 actually house more than 75% of local Singaporeans because of the location central and because of the schools nearby. So these are all the buyers out there who are very keen in looking out for a unit out there.
All right, there's some good insights that we.
Correct.
One question that came in, TOP. They are saying that the TOP date is 2021 next year. Is it going to be affected because of the current situation?
I suppose that Qingjian did a lot of consumer lately, and they have been trying to assure that the buyers out there, or even the agents out there, TOP is not delayed. Because on paper itself is based on 2023, but they are committed to complete it even earlier. So actually before the COVID situation itself, we were told that it was on the second quarter for 2021. But with the anticipations of this situation itself, that's why they are forecasting that fourth quarter of 2021, we are able to have it ready.
Oh, so 2021 is already a very conservative date that you're setting for them.
Exactly.
Awesome. All right. I read the articles. I mean, this is a question from Anonymous. There are discounts that developers that may give. So what are your thoughts? Whether Jadescape, is there any indication that prices might change or whatnot?
Which I understand that some of the sites relatively they are just launched this year, and they might be affected by the runs of the sales volume, and perhaps they might be thinking of discount for the buyers out there. But for Qingjian, they are selling the project since 2018, and we see that the momentum of the sales are picking up on every day, on every month. So as I spoke just now, already 29 units are sold in just less than 20 days. So can you imagine that it's almost like 1 unit per day? Yeah, so in terms of the really huge discount, might not be happening from the Jadescape point of view, but there are some promo that is going on, mainly for the one-beders. So for maybe like an investor out there, or maybe like a couples, young couples who like to start off their first family homes, one-bedroom selections could be which you will be looking at, and you are able to enjoy a small discount from here. Hope that you are able to get it.
All right. Yeah, I hope that answers your question. The anonymous anonymous attendee who just posted that question.
Sorry, Eddie. Maybe I just add on a little bit more. So because we also face the uncertainty of the construction costs, right? And in terms of government check, dormitory to dormitory may not has already complete the whole cycle of it. That will likelihood will put some pressures on the developer out there as well. So if the buyers are really thinking of a huge, massive discount that is going to happen, may not be happening. But we also may think that the price may move north, where they will have to filter in terms of construction costs. How does this actually works out to be? So for buyers are still thinking that maybe the price will really come down by the 10 or 20%. My opinion is likely not possible at all. Yes. So better.
That's very true. That's very true. I just heard in the market that Florence also increasing price today. So in the market, I believe if certain developers they already hit a certain benchmark of their sales, they might not need to give that discount anymore. I mean, ultimately, they are already on their safe financial stand in a way. They are not going to need to do a fire sale. So the price will definitely hold, I believe so. Yeah. Any more questions that are coming in? Actually, for the Q&A side, the questions we have almost covered everything.
Okay.
Yeah. let me run through the chat one more time. Not many. I think we've covered all the questions. So anything else you wanted to add to them before we end off today's session, Jason?
I'm good. Hope that ladies and gentlemen, you could actually approach any of our OrangeTee agents and make some appointments to come down and see these lovely show flats. At the same time, just now I have not mentioned the large magnitude of this show flat. It's almost about a span of 23,000 square feet. And they really spend huge millions to door out these show flats. So if you have missed this sales gallery, have not actually visited, do call them and take a look yourself. Yeah.
Make appointment with the OrangeTee agents first.
Correct.
It's all
Exactly.
by appointment business.
Exactly. At this point of time, strictly no walk-in, but through appointments as well.
All right. Eugene, Jerry, anything else to add before we end off today's session, Eugene?
Yeah, everything is good on my end. How about Jerry? For me, I think if you all really like this project, make sure you all really come faster and actually grab the units. We have not much left. Our 3-bedroom is less than 10 units. Okay, our 4-bedroom we still have and our 5-bedroom is also moving very, very fast. So really urge you all to actually come down.
Right.
Can call our OrangeTee agent to actually make an appointment.
If they make appointment, will you meet Mr. Paul Tange in person?
We can arrange. If you don't have Paul, we also can arrange Kenzo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey,
We look forward.
Kenzo not free. Kenzo 1 year only can come one time only.
Okay, no problem. We can actually arrange. We can always arrange a Zoom presentation with them, or we have a WhatsApp video call with them also. No problem. But most important, you all have to physically come down and actually enjoy or actually see this project itself. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Jason, I hear the background there is very noisy. I think the crowd is definitely coming in.
Definitely is rushing in as well.
We should not. I don't want to hold you back any further. Because ultimately this is your livelihood. All the best.
Yeah, I saw them already.
We hope to see all our clients in our show flat soon. All right. Without further ado, this is OrangeTee and Thai's virtual show house. We are coming to the end of today's session. We will definitely plan a few more in the pipeline. So please stay tuned to our OrangeTee Facebook page for more updates. And that's all we have for today. The end of our session. Everybody, please stay safe. Happy Father's Day in advance, and hope to see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.